yesterday, and what's the sort of summation this morning?
Yeah, really disappointing. I think West Coast turned up to play and we didn't in the first quarter. I think that's probably been the most disappointing thing. We've let sides get jumps on us and then we show a little bit, fight back, and then we let late goals through again. So we've got to fix our red time, but also our starts of the game. You want to be in the game at quarter time. You don't want to be 4 or 5 goals down because you're just chasing tail from there on. And I think we showed in patches we can play some exciting footy, but for the majority of the game we let ourselves down.
What's the major problem? What's the solution?
Yeah, well, if I had that, we would have turned it around 3 weeks ago after Collingwood game. But I think the best thing to do in situations like this is hard work. That's the only thing that's going to get you out of the position we're in. Obviously, there's a lot of promise and so on from the start of the year, and we didn't expect to be probably zipping forward. We thought we had a competitive team, and yeah, we've had a few injuries and so on, but that's no excuse. And yeah, we're young, but that's not an excuse. The only way to fix a problem is through hard work, and we know that, and we've got to go back to make sure we train hard. I think we've got a sound game plan, but we're letting ourselves down. We're not adhering to that as we should be. We're trying to switch the ball 50 metres when you should be trying to kick it 20 instead, and we're just making poor decisions at the wrong time, and we're letting through easy goals at the moment, which is really concerning. I think we gave away 9 scoring shots from front half turnovers in the first half, 6 goals through. There's a game for you right there.
Is that because of inexperience you were saying about making better decisions?
Oh, I don't think so. I think that's an excuse, and to be honest, I'm a bit sick of the excuses that we give ourselves out with. It's a really character building time for us now, and it's time to show a bit of that character and show a bit of fighting spirit, and the only way you do that is the way you attack the footy, the way you attack the opposition, and it's a good opportunity this week. I think the Q clash, a little bit of extra motivation to do that, so it's a good opportunity for us to go out there and show a bit more aggression and hunt impacts.
So I was going to say, mate, the back half of last year was quite exciting, taking the game on, and you've got a few experienced players in the off-season.
Yeah.
Why have you not been able to sort of replicate that early this year?
Yeah, I'm not sure, to be honest with you. I think it's like we're scared to make a mistake or something. I think the 2 weeks that I watched, it was like, oh, we've got the option, but we don't want to take it for some reason. So we've got to get back to playing that free-flowing footy. And Lep has said throughout, he's not going to tell us off for making a mistake. He's going to tell us off for doing the wrong structure and not adhering to the game plan. And that's probably the most frustrating thing for him at the moment to deal with is that. And we've got to fix that as a playing group, and it's back on us. And we've got some experience through the off-season, which is really good to give us a bit more depth. But our depth is being tested at the moment as well. Throughout the season, so obviously we're quite a young sort of backline. Yesterday would have been lovely to have Daniel Merritt back there, but I think Justin Clark did a really good job, and Tom Cutler showed some really good signs off half-back, and Nick Robinson on the wing as well. So there is some good signs and some positives to take out of what we did yesterday, but as you said, we've got to get back to that exciting footy and our run and carry and overlap. We looked dangerous, I think, for a period during that second quarter when Tom Cutler took off a couple of times, and yeah, he made a few skill errors, but that's fine. I think taking on the game is really important for us at the moment.
The shots. Sorry, go ahead.
The Suns' lack of run's been a real problem for them this year. Do you think that it's an area that's an advantage for Brisbane this weekend?
Yeah, I think we're fit enough. I think they're obviously in the same boat. They're probably doing a bit of what we're doing this morning, soul searching and looking for reasons or for ways to improve and so on. And I think it'll be a good contest as we both sit on the bottom of the ladder. We'll be both keen to get a win, but we'll look to exploit obviously a few of their weaknesses, and I'm sure they'll be saying the same thing about us. So it's a good opportunity for us to go down there on Saturday afternoon and really kickstart our season now and get some momentum. So whether we can run and carry, I think that'll be a good opportunity, especially off halfback for us.
What about a breakthrough win? How simple is it? Because this time last year, you were Norton, whatever,
5 or 6, I think. Yeah.
Went to Wellington and knocked over, and it was a snowball effect. So
yeah.
What, in simple terms, one win can change a lot, can't it?
Yeah, it can. I think that one win for a group, especially where we are, and it just builds a little bit of momentum, and you get that belief when you get the win. You believe in your game plan all of a sudden, and you got boys jumping on, and everyone's starting to voice out on the ground and instruct, and we're a really quiet group, especially off the field, but also on it, which is concerning. We need leaders to step up, and that's myself and Dane and Daniel as well. We've really got to drive from the front, and if we get one win, I think it'll just give us that belief in the game plan, and we'll start to build from there and start to play some really good footy.
How's your confidence in your body? How'd you go on the weekend?
Yeah, it was funny. I was a bit nervous going in the game, but once I got out there and got hit once, I was all right. But I was disappointed with my output. My contest stuff was really poor, and my defence was poor as well. So I was disappointed with my game, and that's something that I'll have to fix next week.
Did you come back too soon?
I don't think so. I think I did everything that I had to. I did my fitness test and so on, but I was more I was disappointed in my contest stuff, and that's something that I can always bring and is to win my one-on-ones, and I felt like I was really poor in that area.
Will you spend more time in the middle this weekend, do you think?
Yeah, I think so. I started forward, and it would have been nice to get on the end of a few, but our ball movement just let us down. We turned the footy over. I was part of that as well, and it's a tough position. It was pretty lonely down there at full forward at times when you just stand there and you're getting whacked constantly. So the credit to West Coast, they played some really good footy, and their pressure was high. But yeah, I'd say I'll start in the midfield this week and play the whole game there. It's just I was off the bit a fair bit. Obviously having 2 weeks off where I didn't do anything, and then just sort of getting that game fitness back.
Just going to ask you, the shots at goal yesterday, pretty wayward most of the day. How do you fix that?
Yeah, it's sort of a little bit of composure. We were the same through the pre-season. We probably should have won games by bigger margins, but we missed a lot of goals. I think we kicked 1-5 in the third quarter to 3-3, so kick 5-1, you're back in the game. I think Zorks ran into an open goal and missed that one, and then they went straight down the other end and kicked a goal. So instead of being 20 points down, you end up being 35, 36 points down. So we've got to look to fix that up. I think there'll be a bit of extra goal kicking this week, no doubt, and it's on the players, and it's what you want to get out of your career, I suppose. And I know I'm sick of sitting down the bottom of the ladder and saying every year and building our hopes up and giving this promise to our members and supporters that we're going to improve and we're going up the ladder. But the talking's done for me. I'm like, we need to improve as a group, and it starts within, and it starts with me as captain of the footy club, and works its way through the whole playing group. We need to improve across the board.